Hello everyone and welcome to the series Mastering Maven. With this series, we will dive into the world of Apache Maven, a powerful tool that simplifies your Java project builds like magic. In today's video, we will install Apache Maven on a Macbook so that we can use it to run Maven project builds in our future videos. So grab your favorite beverage and let's get started. So here I am on my Mac system and let's start installing Apache Maven on this system. For installing Apache Maven, you need to have Java already pre-installed. So I have went ahead and already installed Java on this system. So if I run Java -version, I'll see the Java is already installed and this is Java 17. Let's start installing Apache Maven into this particular system. Let's head over to our browser and let's navigate to the download website. The website is maven.apache.org. If you have never been to this website, then you can directly search this on any of the search engines and you should be able to reach to this particular page. On the home page here, you will see the download section at the left side on the screen. If you click here, this gives you the page where you have all the download available. If you scroll down a little bit, you will see all the files that you need to download to install Apache Maven on your system. You can either download these zip files or you could download these star.gz files. I will be using the zip file, so I'll copy this zip file and also I'll download this sha.512, which is basically the checksum, which ensures that when we have downloaded this file, this is downloaded correctly and there are no issues with the download process. So I'll copy this link, head over to my terminal, and here I will use wget command and I'll simply paste this link over here so that we download this file. If you don't have wget installed, then you can install wget from homebrew. Similarly, we need to download the sha.512 file, so we'll come back here. We will also copy this one and we'll come back here on our terminal and also download this file as well. Now if you see on the downloads folder, we have now this Apache Maven 3.9 binary zip file and also this sha52, which is the checksum file to validate with whether the download binary was correct or not. Now to validate this thing, we need to be using this command called Checksum, and since it's a 512 algorithm, so we will have to say the algorithm as 512 and then we will specify this file as our file that we need to get the checksum for. So we'll say Apache Maven 3.9.9 binary.zip file, and this will run and calculate the checksum of this particular file. So you will see that it starts with 8b and ends with 8ba. And to validate whether this download was completed without any errors, then we need to just validate this particular value which is present in the sha512 file. So we will simply say cat apache maven.sha512 and this gives you both the values as the same. So if you see, this also starts with 8ba, this also starts with 8ba and this also ends with 8ba. So if you see both these values are matching, that means our download did not have any issues and the downloaded files are correct. Now we need to start unzipping this particular file, so we will simply say use the unzip command and we will give -q, which is for the quiet option, so that we don't see a lot of these files which are getting extracted. We just directly get the files in a folder, so it doesn't give you any output. And now if you see that we will have this folder which is containing the Apache Maven 3.9.9 version, and then we can get rid of these two files because now we don't need those anymore. So we will say rm Apache Maven 3.9.binary.zip and Apache Maven binary.zip.sha512. So we don't need those two anymore. Now we will move it to a specific location so that we can reference it. If technically it is kind of like already installed, so you can actually go inside this directory. There is this bin folder and you can simply run say /mvn -version and this will be running because the binary is available. But if you go, let's say, a little bit out and let's say you want to run Maven command over here, then you will not be able to do that because this is not available in your path. So we need to set this path variable so that you can run this Maven command from anywhere within your project. So for that, what I usually prefer is I try to keep all my installations in one single folder. So what we will do is we will create this directory called installed in our home directory, and also let's move to this, and also like within this directory we will create another folder called Maven 3, and that's the folder where we will have all our Maven installations there. So now we can move our Apache Maven folder into this particular folder here in installed Maven 3. Now we can actually go to this directory now and just see that if our folder is available over here, so it is available here. And what I also prefer is that, like, I always want to keep referring the latest version, so I don't have to so if let's say tomorrow we have another version Apache Maven 3.9.10, so you'll have to download that and then put it in this particular folder again, keep changing the paths all the time. So what I prefer is that I create like a kind of like a shortcut, or as it called in Linux and Mac world is called a symbolic link, and this you can use to kind of like keep changing the symbolic to the one which you are using, the latest one, and that way you don't have to keep updating your paths all the time. So to create a symbolic link, you use this command called ln, which is for links, and then you say you want to create a symbolic link for Apache Maven 3.9.9, and I'll say that this will be my latest version. So if you see now, that you will see that there is this latest, which is now pointing to this particular folder. So that way I'll refer this latest version all the time. So if I go to latest, it basically goes into the same directory which it is pointing to. But on the path everywhere you will just see this available. Now this is like agnostic to the Maven version. So if next time, let's say there's another version, if you let's say consider that there is a new version which is, let's say, Apache Maven 3.9.10, so what you do simply do is you simply remove the, not here actually, let's remove this above and we come out of it. So here if you see that, considering that okay, there's a new version, so you will have a similar folder which you download and move it here, and then now what you want to do is you want to move this latest from pointing to 3.9.9 to 3.9.10. So that one that you can do is you can just simply remove the latest link, so now there is no link available anymore, and then you can create a new link which says ln-s Apache 3.9.10, and the latest is pointing to that. So now you have your latest pointing to Maven, it is pointing to the Maven 3.9.10, and then everywhere you have referenced the path for latest, it's always remains the same. You have to go and keep configuring as long as you maintain the right link for the latest to point to the latest version that we are using. Since 3.9.10 is not available, so what we can do is we simply remove it actually. So we say Apache 3.9.10, and we also like this. Let's come here. Directory, we also remove the latest link, and then we create another link -s Apache Maven 3.9, and then this is pointing to latest, and now this is available. So if we go inside latest and say pwd, this is our path that we want to configure. So we copy it, and the place we will configure this is in our profile file for the terminal. So this is available in your home directory zshrc file. So currently this file is empty, and we need to start creating variables for our installation, so that we are pointing to the right folder, and then we can run the mvn command from anywhere in our directory structure. So to do that, we will get in the insert mode, and the first variable that we will create is this home folder called Maven m2 home, which is the home folder for Apache Maven, as it gets used by multiple IDs and also other tools which depend on Maven. So we will say export m2_home, and this is the path which is we want to copy it, which we copied from our system, which is this latest path. So this is where, like, you don't have to go back and configure it as long as you keep pointing to the latest correctly. And then similarly, now that will be like the variable that's available that you can refer, and then other programs can also refer. And then to make sure that you can run this command from anywhere from your system, we need to set the path variable. So here we will say export path equal to, so whatever is our existing path colon is the separator here, and then we say $m2 home, and inside the bin directory, because that's where the mvn command resides. So we do that, we save and commit, and then we re-import this variable. So we can simply say source, we say /.zrc, and this imports the variables once more. So if you say echo m2_hope, you will see that this variable is now available. And similarly, if you see echo $path, you will also see the new path variable which is available, which is expanded to the right place. And now if you say run mvn minus version, you will see that your command is now available, and this is the place where we were in latest, but then since like there's no mvn command directly here, so that's why it runs. So we can actually also try to, let's say, go at some other place. Let's go to our downloads folder here. So we go to our downloads folder, and here we don't have any folder, but then still if we run this mvn minus version, we still are able to run the Maven command. And that's how your Maven installation is complete on a MacBook.